Hello guys. Today we're gonna look at the Orlando Magic case real quick. This shouldn't be a long video. I'm gonna let you guys go through this information that's given in the problem in the case study. I want you guys to now that I already went through this and did it, I want you guys to look at this information, this paragraph right here, because um, on this data, on this table right here, we're given some days of the week. And our first question in the case is to do a linear regression model with Excel um, using the days of the week right here as the only independent variable. Okay. First of all, Excel doesn't recognize words as a variable, or you cannot use Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, or Thursday or Monday as a variable or as an input for Excel when you're doing a regression model. So numbers have to be assigned. This is why we have this paragraph that's really important. So for the days of the week, we know that Mondays are assigned a number 1. The rest of the weekdays increase in popularity. So let's say Tuesday will be a 2, Wednesday will be a 3, Thursday will be a 4, up to a Saturday game, which is rated as 6, taking into consideration that Sundays and Fridays received a 5 and holidays a 3. So we can do all this, assign the numbers, and the numbers for the weekdays that are not given, we can um, figure it out by knowing that Monday is 1, Tuesday is 2, Wednesday is 3, and so on. We also are given the rating of the opponent, the time of the year, and additional cells. Okay. Also, this paragraph right here, it's given on the table as well. It's at the ratings of the opponents, which we're gonna use later on in the case. So here, rating of the opponent. And then we're back. We have our formula. We have our Christmas season and stuff. And then we have the questions. So the first question, as I mentioned, is to build a regression model with the day of the week as the only independent variable. So we can go to Excel, and I want to show you guys this table. This is the final result, but I did this table myself. So what I did was to copy the teams, the date, the day of the week, and also the assigned number for the weekdays. So we can see here the Monday is assigned a number 1. Then Tuesday we don't have Tuesday, but then Wednesday is assigned a number 3. Thursday is assigned a number 4 right here, and then Friday, and we have Friday right here. We have and then Sunday. All right, so let me copy this table real quick and put it on a new Excel sheet so you guys can see it better. Okay, so we're gonna do our first regression model using, so I wanna point this out real quick. So we have this color, I put it on the dependent variables, and then yellow, we're gonna do independent. So all of this yellow right here, well, we shouldn't be using this one right here, okay, because we have the numbers assigned. But all of these are independent variables, okay? And you have the legend right here. So let's do the first question, which says let's use the weekdays as the only independent variable, okay? So first of all, you go to data, and then you go to data analysis. And first of all, some of you guys might not have this option available in Excel right now in the application. You should download it or kind of set it up with Excel. I do not remember from the top of my head right now how to add it. It was a couple of semesters ago from my other class that we did it. On the other hand, it's not really hard. It's quite easy. Okay, so you go to data analysis, and then you have regression, and you have all these options, but you go and you're gonna click on regression. Okay, so you go okay, and then it tells you, okay, so the y range is pretty much the dependent variable, so we know the cells are the only dependent variable in this case, and then the x is the independent variable. So as this first question says, we're only going to use the weekdays, the numbers that were assigned by us, because remember guys, Excel does not recognize words in these kind of scenarios, okay? So again, make sure you select the label as well. So after you go through selecting your data points here, you're going to click on label, you're going to click on confidence level, 95%, and then residuals and output range, you can select any cell that you want. So Excel puts the information on this cell. So this is what we want, and here's the answer. Okay, so here's the first result. So okay, I know you guys have can see all this bunch of data and it may seem crazy, but we're only gonna, our main goal is just to look at the R square right now. Excuse me. Let's do it light green. Okay, so this means that 22.8% of the cells for that specific for this specific scenario come from the day of the week. So depending on the day of the week, cells can go up or down. Okay, so this is not the let's say it this way: the day of the week is has a 22.8% factor in the cell's potential for the game. If I'm explaining myself right, so the higher it is, the better it is. It means that the higher it is, if it's at 80%, then it means that the day of the week is so important. So pretty much the cells depend mostly on the day of the week. On the other hand, right now we have a 22.8%, which means that it's low. It's not the only thing that's important. Okay, so now we're gonna look at it as the rating of the opponent, right? So we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. We're gonna let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our Excel right here, and we're gonna do it based on the rating of the opponent. So we're gonna go to data analysis, again, regression, and then the Y, it's gonna be the same dependent variable, and then we're gonna use this one as the independent this time. Okay, and then same thing, labels, confidence level, and then the upper range, we're gonna set it right here. Let's make sure that's selected here. Okay, and then we click OK, and then we have the same data given, and we can say that we're gonna look at this, and we can say that based on our findings, I can say that 76.9, which is, let's make it a 77% of the cells are based on the rating of the opponent. So that's a pretty high number. So that means that depending on the opponent, on the rating of the opponent, cells can go up or down. And this is a pretty high number, so that means that's a big factor to take into consideration. Okay, the last one we're gonna do is the time of the year. So we're gonna pretty much do the same exact thing that we just did. So I'm gonna put it on another Excel sheet, sheet. So we're gonna do again. We're gonna go to data. We're gonna do data analysis and regression again. And again, guys, cells is the only dependent variable, so we're gonna keep it like that. And now we're gonna erase this one and do time of the year as independent variable this time. Again, labels, confidence level, and then output range. We're gonna do new worksheet, and we're gonna do it with the this is the time of the year. Okay, and then you click OK. So immediately Excel brings up another worksheet for you guys, for us, and then we can look at the R square right here, meaning that it's a really, so depending on the time of the year, that's not even a percent. So it's a really small number right here. So we can tell that definitely the time of the year, we can go back here, the time of the year does not really affect in any way the cell's potential. Okay, so great. So we already know that between these three regression models that we have, the most important one is this one, which is a 77%, which is the rating of the opponent. Okay, so now we want to look at the three these three factors in one single regression model. So what we're going to do is pretty simple. We're going to go back again to data, again to regression, data analysis and regression, but now we're going to look at the cell's potential again as an only dependent variable, and then we're going to look at these three at a time. Remember, don't look at this one because those are words, and Excel does not understand words. So we're going to select all of these together. Look at that, how I select from the top to the very bottom. Okay, all these three columns right here. All right, again, labels, again, confidence level, 95%. And then we're gonna play in a new worksheet. We're gonna call it total of the three. Let's call it that way, okay? And then we're gonna click OK. And we're gonna have it right here now. We're gonna look at the R square. So what does this 89.4% tells us is that it means that 89.4% of the cells are based on these three factors: weekdays, time of the year, and rating of the opponent. Even though time of the year might seem a really small number, it's still taken into consideration. So these three factors give us a 89.4%, which is really close to 1, which is 100%, meaning that we can really look at these factors and do our analysis based on these three factors. We're projecting the future. We're trying to see ourselves in the future, and we can definitely take a look at these three important categories in the Orlando Magic case. Okay, so that's pretty much how you do a regression line. So we have a single regression line, which are the first three that we did, and then we have a multiple regression line, which is the one where you can find the three. We do the analysis based on the three together. All right. You guys might have questions. Let me try to think about the questions that I had. Well, of course, the R square is something that it's confusing because you see all this number and all these decimals and you don't really know what it means. So you guys know that now that percentage means the importance that that category has on the cell's potential. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the regional Excel that I had. We have the multiple regression. And well, guys, that should do it. Mostly, the main goal is to look at these weekdays and assign numbers. The rest are numbers that these assigned numbers are all given, as I showed you on the first case with the information. Just go through it, assign the numbers, and then just follow the steps for the regression line, and you should be good to go. Try to understand the importance of each category in this regression model, and assign the days, and know that weekdays can be more important than time of the year. However, when you combine the three, you know that these three categories really give us a pretty close number, pretty big number that's important to take into consideration for our analysis. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope that I was clear, and I hope that you guys don't have many questions, but good luck.